There is a lot of buzz surrounding this Texas Tech team. A lot of buzz surrounding this Texas Tech team. But, man, here's the truth. Don't nobody on planet Earth know who's coming out the Big 12. Everybody keeps saying Texas, keeps saying Oklahoma, and every year everybody falls flat on their face when they pick one of those two. I have no idea who's going to win the Big 12 at all.
I can tell you who's going to win it.
Why is it going to be Kansas State?
How did you? Okay, you know what?
You love Kansas State way too much. And
here's my thing.
For preface, you did tell the people you did not tell me that you were going to pick Kansas State either.
I didn't tell you. You completely read my mind. Look. Here's my thought. Texas has all the potential to run the table, win the conference, have no obstacles on the path to accomplishing that. They absolutely do. But do we trust Quinn Ewers? Do we trust Steve Sarkisian to get there? That is a very difficult task for them to not F up as bad as they have over the past couple of years. I can't trust them. Oklahoma, I think, could do some legitimate damage because they pulled a lot of talented players in the portal, especially Deshaun McCullough, who is very explosive edge rusher from Indiana. But I look at Kansas State not having lost too many players. Deuce Vaughn is a significant loss that they're going to have to deal with. Who was one of the best running backs in all of college football.
God, he was such an awesome player, dude.
So fun to watch.
So fun to watch.
But they have had one of the most creative offensive schemes, and they're bringing in Trayshawn Ward from Florida State, who is very underrated running back, deserves way more recognition for what he's capable of doing in an offense that is going to set him up for a lot of long, explosive runs. I also think that the biggest aspect of this is that Adrian Martinez was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year, and the whole year I screamed about Adrian Martinez stinks. He shouldn't be the starting quarterback. They should go to the next guy on the roster. That next guy was Will Howard. Eventually, Adrian Martinez gets hurt. Will Howard takes over. They go in and win the Big 12 championship, and he is the most consistent guy that they've had since. His second year as a full-time starter this upcoming year. I have high expectations for Will Howard, former 4-star recruit, good football player. There is a lot around him. Their offensive line, I think, is the best in the Big 12. Cooper Beebe is an absolute dog. They're going to put up a fight with Texas, and I think that they face off with Texas in the Big 12 championship game, and they beat them because they're a better coach team.
I don't think. So let me start off here. Look, and I want, if you clip this, I want you to put the preface in all this too, okay?
Okay.
Every time I come on here and every time we talk about the Big 12, every single time, everybody comes after me, Joe, and says, oh, Blake hates Texas. I don't hate Texas. I think they have a good fan base. No, I really don't. Like, truthfully, I don't. Even though I have this. We're back. Okay. No, you're not. But regardless, okay, at what point are we going to have to sit here as college football fans and say, you know what? Texas, although they might recruit good, when are they going to just actually stand up and do something? I don't think they're playing Texas in the Big 12. I actually trust Oklahoma a little bit more than I do Texas, like you mentioned. I think that they got some good pieces out of the transfer portal. I think Jaden Davis is a corner that can come in and Jaden Davis left. What the frick am I talking about? I think that Brennan Thompson's a guy that can come in and play the receiver somewhat quickly. They got Walter Rouse, the tackle from Stanford.
Very good player.
Very good player. I don't think Texas has the quarterback. I think that you have more of a veteran presence in the locker room, and I think you actually got a better coach team. I don't trust him. I do not believe in Sark. Joe, he's had 7 years to get to 10 wins. He hasn't done it anywhere. He is the most overhyped coach that I think that I've seen in quite some time. When is he going to get to 10 wins? And here's another thing. Everybody keeps saying, oh, wait for year 3. Wait for year 3. We weren't in a good place. Dog, neither was USC, UCLA when your boy Chip took over. Neither was LSU. I mean, at what point do they have to stand up and say to themselves, maybe we're not good?
How many times are we going to watch them pull big recruits, pull all the big name guys in the portal, and underperform? This roster is better than last year. I will admit this. This roster is better than last year. But
is it
what
really?
Tom Herman brought in?
Do they have a home run hitter named Bijan?
No, he's gone. But they do have a Donnie Mitchell that they went and got from Georgia.
No Bijan.
They don't have Bijan, but they still have athletes at other positions, and their offensive line was young last year, and it was pretty good.
Cold butt-ass nude in a cold storm out in Alaska during the winter.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you.
12 and drops. Again, what win?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't disagree with you at all. When are we going to be honest with ourselves as members of the media in general is not honest with themselves, and Texas fans are not honest with themselves? If Sark hasn't been able to turn this thing around yet, I don't understand how 2023 is going to be any different.
Well, like I look for him, Joe. I'm looking for him because I accidentally clicked out. I'm looking for him in the transfer portal. They're at 52, okay? Now, they did get Donnie Mitchell, okay? The receiver from Georgia.
That was a big pull.
It was a big pull, okay? They really didn't do anything else. They lost Ovi Ngofu to LSU. They lost Carrick to Tennessee. They lost Jalen Catalon, or they added Jalen Catalon from Arkansas. But then you got another corner and another DB and Jameer Johnson that's going to Indiana. Like, they lost some guys, but at the bottom line, they're just replenishing. They're not getting better. Like, they're replenishing. They're not getting any better. They didn't go out in the portal outside of Donnie Mitchell and do anything worth a damn. And in today's day and age, Joe, whether you like it, love it, or hate it, you got to do things in the portal.
Yeah.
You got to do things in the portal to win. Bro, it would be Sark's first year winning 10 wins, and then you got Fisher and them, who are our colleagues, saying, is Brian Kelly on the hot seat if he doesn't get to 10 wins? What are you talking about? See, that's the big problem is that you have a fan base that quite honestly is so naive in who they are.
Delusional.
Delusional.
Y'all give ND fans crap, man. The Texas fan base is delusional.
No, at least you've been in the playoff.
There's too many casuals too from that Texas fan base. You did lose to
Marshall, but
all right. Let's not. Look, Texas, we need to be honest with ourselves. It is going to be a Herculean task for them to overcome and get to the playoff and to win the Big 12. It is going to take a lot. Let me ask you this before we do end. Do you think that any of the new teams, BYU, Houston, UCF, or Cincinnati, do you think if there is one of those four new teams that it finishes in the top four, let's say top four of the Big 12, which of those teams do you think it could be? Because it's tricky because
off the cuff, not really digging into it like I want to. I like to say BYU because I think that BYU has had more of a track record of playing bigger teams at times. However, man, I don't know. UCF?
See, my thing with UCF is I'm not really like they don't. When they play hard teams, they get their asses kicked. They really get their asses kicked. They do have a good head coach.
Cincinnati doesn't have the head coach that led them to it.
No, I was going to say Houston. I mean, I think that Dana Holgerson's been recruiting really well in that region, and he had got some pretty good guys in the portal.
Like who?
I don't have
like
the list pulled up. All right, let me pull it up. I got it
right here. I'm looking for them.
They got a couple kids in the portal that they added.
They got 20 commits. Let's see who they got. Well, they lost all their top talent elsewhere. They got Ish Harris from A&M. Yeah.
One of their offensive linemen, Patrick Paul, is also a really good football player. Got really good grades from Blesto, which is the NFL scouting.
Donovan Smith from Texas Tech, the quarterback. Yeah.
No, not doing it for you.
No, not doing it for me. not doing it. I think we're not spending enough time on Texas Tech, if I'm being honest with you.
I want to get behind Texas Tech, and I've said this before. I really like Dre McCray, and I think that Dre McCray, who they got from Austin Peay, is going to explode this year. I think that they've got one of the best offensive coordinators in the country that isn't talked about enough. But like, who the hell is their quarterback, man? Like am I going to buy stock in that quarterback room? Like, that's where I have pause that I don't know if 2023 is the year that they put it together.